My father-in-law threw my military medals into the fireplace, saying, "You didn't fight for this family." The next morning, his retirement account had a new owner. He forgot I was the one managing it. I served 2 tours in Afghanistan, Purple Heart, Bronze Star. Those medals sat on my mantle for 6 years, and every time Richard came over, he'd walk right past them like they were invisible. My father-in-law never respected my service, called me a government employee with a gun, said real men build businesses, not follow orders. This coming from a guy who inherited his dad's construction company and ran it into the ground before selling it off. But he had no problem asking me to manage his $340,000 retirement account when I got my finance degree. "You're good with numbers," he said, "and family helps family, right?" I should have seen the red flag there. Richard only cared about family when he needed something. For 6 years, I managed his portfolio, grew it from $280,000 to $340,000. Never charged him a dime, sent him quarterly reports he never read. He'd just text back, "Looks good," and that was it. Meanwhile, he made my life hell in other ways. Showed up unannounced at our house, criticized how I mowed the lawn, told my wife she was getting fat after she had our daughter, made comments about how his son-in-law should be making more money. My wife, Sarah, always defended him. That's just how dad is. He doesn't mean it. But I knew he meant every word. Last week, Sarah got offered her dream job in Seattle. We live in North Carolina. It's a massive opportunity, VP position, nearly double her salary. We'd been talking about moving somewhere new for years. We invited Richard and his wife Carol over for dinner to share the news. I made his favorite pot roast, thinking maybe he'd be happy for us. Sarah announced it halfway through dinner. "Dad, Mom, I got the VP position in Seattle. We're moving in 2 months." Richard's fork stopped midair. His face went red. "You're what?" "We're moving to Seattle. It's an amazing opportunity." "No." He slammed his fist on the table. "No, you're not." "Dad, I'm 34 years old. This is my decision." "This is him," Richard pointed at me. "He's stealing you away from your family, moving you across the country so we can never see our granddaughter." "Richard, that's not." "I tried." "Shut up. I'm not talking to you." He turned back to Sarah. "I knew when you married him this would happen. Military guys, they never put family first. Always chasing the next deployment, the next mission, the next paycheck. Dad, he's been out for 6 years. Doesn't matter. It's in their blood. My father told me never trust a man who chooses strangers over family. I felt my jaw tighten. I fought for this country. You fought for a government paycheck. You didn't fight for anything real." Sarah stood up. "Dad, stop. You're being ridiculous." Richard stood too, knocking his chair back. He was breathing hard, face purple now. Carol tried to put a hand on his arm, but he shook her off. Then he walked straight to my mantle. My medals were in a shadow box. Black frame, velvet backing, Purple Heart on the left, Bronze Star on the right, my unit insignia in the center. Richard grabbed the whole case off the wall. "Don't," I said. He looked me dead in the eye, then walked to his fireplace. "We'd lit it earlier because Carol complained about being cold. You didn't fight for this family," he said, and he threw my medals into the fire. Sarah screamed. Carol gasped. I just stood there, watching the velvet start to smoke, watching the ribbons curl and blacken, the frames cracking from the heat. Richard stood there with his arms crossed, satisfied. Something in me went completely cold. "You're right," I said quietly. "I didn't fight for this family." I pulled out my phone, opened my banking app, found Richard's retirement account under my managed portfolios. Right there in the living room, I transferred full ownership to myself. Power of attorney he signed 3 years ago never expired. His phone buzzed. Bank notification. "What did you do?" I showed him my screen. "That's my $340,000 now, Richard. That's illegal. Check the paperwork. You never revoked it. Give it back or I'll sue you. Apologize to your daughter and fish my medals out. Now." Richard got on his knees with tongs, burned his hands pulling them out. I transferred his money back that night, revoked his access. We moved to Seattle anyway, 3,000 miles from him.